Hi, I'm Cade Paradoxa.
And I am Jennie Hawley.
We are co-producers on this film project. It's a double feature, and the title of this is the ShineMeme of Oz to Dizley's SaSpillYah.
Very good.
so I want to direct this film. I want to co-star in various roles, and I am co-writing it. And you can explain your part.
Right. I'm co-producing, doing props, and I'm also doing the accounting and organizing parts of the movie.
Okay. So we feel like we consider ourselves like a feminist team. Like these are strong messages that we want to put in the storylines. Like they're just tones about the times and things like that. So the whole idea is we're here to make a funny pairing of movies, and it's there to be funny. That's the main thing. It's a spoofing. But overall, it's definitely a statement and a message, for us to just identify with and understand. So, and it's if the title didn't give away too much already, it's supposed to be The Shining and the Wizard of Oz as a one pairing as part of the double feature, and the other part is Disney princesses from the 20th century that are in a slasher horror setting.
Thank you.
And it's all it's all going to be, disturbing, dry humor. It's going to be funny and weird.
A re-imaging of the princesses we've
all
grown up with during all kinds of generations.
And the Shining part, as far as The Shining and the Wizard of Oz, it's definitely a statement about family values, like the old concepts around family values and the examining of those general subjects. And, with the Wizard of Oz characters being set in there, to me, I feel it's a very strong generational statement. I mean, the movie came out 75 years ago this year. So I feel like it's a big statement of the changing of times and, the evolution of society as a whole. And, for me, because I consider this a punk parody, essentially, I really think it's essentially a rock and roll cultural statement as a whole. And really, the Wizard of Oz characters with the Lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow, and Dorothy, I feel like all of that represents that in our movie. That's going to represent so much about subculture and Scarecrow is going to be a punk. And Tin Man's going to be kind of a metalhead or, that type of guy. And Lion is going to be, a hippie. So it's these characters that have to go through this story and connect and relate. And it's essentially the Wizard of Oz, but it's all going to be taking place in the Overlook Hotel. So it's going to be The Shining. It's going to be a pure collision of the Shining storyline with the Wizard of Oz storyline, but it's in a 21st century context, and all of this is a 21st century context. It's reflecting on the difference between right now and how things were in the 20th century, which was really so much of, that was the beginning of cinema and how it changed culture. And this is us saying this is the next step. This is where things are going. This is what we need to examine. This is what we need to talk about. That's what movies are.
Yeah. So we would love your support, and thank you in advance for helping us get this project done.
Yes. And this is not a project that we believe needs to be extraordinarily budgeted. If we get fortunate enough to actually have some really nice budget on it, that's great. That's fine. That'll help us. The idea is, this is going to be a low-budget sort of reaction or response to these classics that were expensive to make. So it's going to be ultra-campy. It's going to be really, really lo-fi, essentially the editing is going to be intentionally bad. We're trying to make it look silly. This is what it's supposed to. You're not supposed to be totally convinced at what you're watching. You're supposed to be in the experience of how this could possibly be even made on this low budget. That's part of the experience, is just witnessing us stumble through it. And for us, it's not a scary thing in my mind, the amount of time to make it. We want to make it within the next year. I personally believe we can get this done in 6 months. I want to get it done in 6 months. I'm not expecting it to positively happen that way. It depends on coordination of people and things like that, and just general scheduling. That's what I would like to get done in order to be able to submit it to South by Southwest Festival for 2015.
Right.
That's the goal. It's not something I'm promising anybody right now. I do believe that this can be completely finished in 12 months' time fast. I mean, I really think we have the technology nowadays. This can happen this way.
So thanks for taking the time to check us out.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Good talking to you guys.